Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out another stream on my channel here. Got a pretty cool flight for you today. We're going to be flying an FSEconomy in the VR Aviation group. And in the Las Vegas area, we'll be taking off out of McCarran. And then got a cool little triangle flight planned today at a couple of airports. Take a flyby Lake Mead, maybe do a little sightseeing around there, and then fly back to McCarran to complete the triangle. But see, we've got the a new livery here for the TorqueSim SR22. It's the carbon, one of the carbon liveries. You can get these on the X-Pilot. I forget which color this is, lightning yellow or something like that. I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. Give me a second and I'll find it. Hopefully I can find it. Well, I forget what it's called. I'll find it while we're flying, but you can get it on xpilot.com, x-pilot.com. Looks like Cooper created a bunch of liveries. They're very, very cool. They all have the same line to it, but different colors. This one kind of caught my eye. It looks a bit like a chartreuse fishing lure, which is kind of cool. Anyway, let's get rid of this music here. So we're going to be, we'll go over a flight plan, and we'll get that into, you can see up in the right-hand corner there, I've got flight plan go on the iPad. I'm hoping this doesn't kill my frame rates, but I'm using this software called Air Server to show you what I got on the iPad here, but it allows you to see where we are and all that. So a little bit cooler experience. I used to use this a while ago and decided to put it back into place. So you can see here's the airport diagram. The little red plane is us. We're over here in the general aviation hangars, and actually be taking off, departing on runway 19 right. So it's a pretty easy taxi. But anyway, let's go over the flight plan, and then we'll get into it here. So let me get that up here. All right, so you can see we've got, like, we're coming out of McLaren here. We're gonna avoid these mountains, these high peaks on the way out to Calavetta Meadows, right here, 74P or P74, whatever it is. We'll be landing here, taking 3 passengers there. Let's see what we got planned, and then we got 3 passengers to Calavetta. And we've got 3 passengers going out to this airport near Lake Mead, which is Echo Bay. Fly around Echo Bay a little bit. And then we've got some cargo coming back to McCarran. Hopefully, by the time we get to Echo Bay, if there's a couple of passengers that spawn in FSEconomy, then we'll pick those up. So we're flying for VR Aviation. Going to go over an update for the VR Aviation FSE group in a little bit. We've got 40 gallons of fuel on board. We're flying the Series 1 SR22 G2 is the model that's in FSE. This recent upgrade that came out, I guess it was about a week ago, from TorqueSim, fully integrates the plane with FSE, so no worries about having to mess around with weights and stuff like that. So it's real. Now it's just basically click and go, which is good. So anyway, that's our flight for today. But let's get this into our planning here. So we're going to go KLAS, then we're going to go CFB, RW, and then we're going to go 74P. Hopefully that enters in here. Nope. Sometimes you got to do K, I think. K, 74P. Okay, good. And then we're going to go straight to 0 Lima Niner. All right, so we got to put a K in front of that, I guess. K, 0 Lima Niner. Okay. And then we're going to go to Condi. CONDY. And then to complete the trip, we're going to go back to McCarran. So that should set up our flight here. Let's just see. We got, all right, good. There we go. So now we're all set to go here. And we'll follow this along. I tell you, it would be really cool if the flight plan go is free, which is great. Okay, but it would be very, very cool if I used ForeFlight before. I had a ForeFlight subscription. It's $100 a year, so it is better. It's it's got more features and stuff. And one thing it has is on the bottom of the screen, it shows you all your flight parameters. So like your altitude, your speed, all that stuff, right? I wish if the one upgrade that they could do to Flight Plan Go is to integrate that. That would be awesome if they did that. So, well, actually, I was blocking the screen here, so you didn't get to see my. So here's a flight plan. I entered it in here. Okay, so basically, you enter it into it's basically edit, put in your route. Okay, and then it shows up on the screen. Pretty easy. All right, so that's going to be our flight plan for today. And so that's all set. Now, I've already downloaded it from SkyVector, so I can just go into the G1000 and bring the flight plan into the SR22. It just makes it a lot easier than entering it again. One cool thing would be if there was integration between iPad app and X-Plane. So in other words, you could enter your flight plan, press a button, and boom, it would enter it into the G1000. That would be killer if it could do that, but unfortunately it can't. All right, so we're going to, well, let's go back to the flight plan here. So, well, you can see it here, the upper right-hand corner. So when we fly to Kalavetta, we're going to be at about 7,500 feet. And from Kalavetta out to Echo Bay, we're going to be at about 13,000. So we'll need some oxygen in the cabin to do that. And then we'll be at 5,000 for the leg back from Echo Bay to McCarran. We're going to assume, you know, I'm not using Pilot Edge or VATSIM. Actually, I signed up for VATSIM, so I'm actually going to start using that. We'll talk about that maybe in a little bit as we're flying here. But yeah, so not going to be using that, but so we'll mimic all of the air traffic control, especially into the untowered airports. All right, cool. So let's we'll get our plane started up, we'll get our weather briefing, and we'll get going here. All right, so let's get in the plane. All right, get myself centered here for VR comfort. All right, we're going to get battery 1 on. I made sure the batteries were all charged up and ready to go. And see, battery 1, you don't have the flaps light on there because it's an emergency battery, but you just want to make sure that it's charged okay. And if you look right there, it is. Okay, so if you look right here, 25.5 volts. So we're good there. So let's turn on bat. So that's bat 2. Let's turn on bat 1. Start to get that ding. You hear the systems coming up. We're initializing the MFD. A few seconds, you can see the light comes on for the flaps. Should be able to turn that warning off in a few seconds. So let's get this going here. This is going to go through all that junk. That's your fuel. Got 40 gallons. Okay, and that's our engine parameters. We'll go to this. Let's get our warning. Okay. Transponder fail. That's not good. Transponder. That's not good. Transponder on. Set transponder to 1200.
Transponder already set to 1200.
Why is our transponder failing? Oh, because the avionics are off, maybe? There we go. That's the problem. Duh. All right, so we got our altimeter on, or alternator on in avionics. We're squawking 1200. Good. Sorry. My bad there. So let's get this beast started up. So we're going to mixture full. And we're going to go throttle full. Need to get the mouse in play here. And we're going to prime the engine. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Put it on boost. Power back to about a quarter. And we should be able to start her up now. So let's hopefully can, we know it takes a little bit, but they supposedly changed that in the update. There we go. Little easier startup. That's good. Okay. Bring her back to 1,000. All right, let's get our lights on. We'll get nav, strobe, landing. That's all good. turn on the, I like to have these on so I can just have identification on the controls. Now that we're started up, we're going to move you guys over here. I could see the frame rates are a little dicey, and I think that has to do with Air Server, unfortunately. So, well, let's get our flight plan in. So let's go to flight plan, and we'll just click here. We'll go down to this flight plan here. This should be our good go. Let's go to flight plan, and there we go. We've got GALOS, CFBRW, then we're going to 94P, 0 Lima 9er, Condi, and to GALOS. So we're going to set our first leg. Activate. So we're good there. Get our flat plan up here, and we're gonna fly to. Hey, GamerBit, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Now I started using Plane Command again because Plane Command is this piece of software that you can, or a plugin that you can get for X-Plane that allows you to do voice recognition control, which makes it much easier. It's basically like having someone in the right seat. So let's go. Set altitude 7,500.
Altitude 7,500 feet.
Okay, so that just makes it a lot easier than turning the scroll wheel. So we're going to get our nav on. Okay, so we're ready to go there. And we're going to climb today at 500 feet per minute. We got plenty of room to climb, so we should be good there. All right, so we're going to assume checklist because I want to get in the air. I know that the purists will might have a little problem with that. So I think it helps if I turn off the VR mouse. That VR mouse, I think, takes up a lot of frame rate. All right, so we've got FSEconomy all set to go. Flight is in progress, so we're good there. And one second here. Oops. All right, let's get this in there so I can see a little better. All right, so let's take a look at our taxi. So we're going to assume we have clearance to ground. We have ground clearance to taxi to 19 right, which is where we're taking off from. So let's get our airport on there. So we got to come up here and make a. We're going to go H to F, actually H to J, and then we'll take off 19 right. All right, so let's do that. Time to taxi. And hopefully the frame rates are okay. We'll just check our controls here. Okay, they're good. Everything's good there. Okay, good. All right, let's taxi. Oops. Gotta go over here. Yeah, I could definitely see the frame rate issue, and that has everything to do with Air Server. That's a bummer, because I remember this happening to me before. What? Why can't I get on the ramp here? Why can't I get on the ramp? Oh, I could have gotten on right there. All right, we're going to go over the grass here. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's taxi. We're taxiing via H to 19 right. Yeah, so I need to, its air server just takes up a lot of frame for some reason. It really slows down X-plane. I remember this from the last time. I might have to turn that off to get better frame rates, but it's a shame because I really would like to show you that information. I did test it before and it was fine. I think it's only when you're streaming it causes problems. So. There we go. Taxiing pretty quick here. Alright. Alright, we should be coming to F here. For some reason there's no indicators on the... That's weird. Or they're very small. Alright, we're going to assume we have clearance to take off. 19 right. And here's 19 right. Get our flaps to the first position there, 50%. We're going to rotate at 75. We got our synthetic vision up there, which is cool. And let's get her going. Let's get up on the center line. Sorry, guys. Actually, the frames aren't too bad. I'm going to try to use the OVR tool to force 30 frames and see if that helps out here. There's 78, so we'll rotate. And we got 200 feet, so flaps up. And caps is right up there, ready to go. Alright, we're gaining speed nicely. Okay. Let's pretend that we just got the word from tower to turn right to heading 250. We're 250, and we probably can get our autopilot in. Autopilot on.
Autopilot on.
All right. Isn't plane command great? All right, so we got autopilot on. We're going to pick up our GPS route here, and let me get over to map here so you can see what's going on with the map. I mean, the frames are okay, which is good. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, if you look back, let's just go outside here. If you look back on the strip there, there's a lot of, you know, a lot of buildings and stuff for X-Plane to render, so look at that color. Isn't that color cool? Looks like a fishing lure. If you're a fisherman, bass fisherman, you know there's a lot of lures make it with that color. Chartreuse. Call it the fishing lure. All right, we got we're climbing here at 135. We can bring back the fuel flow a little bit. Now let's just see if I go to settings, let's go to plugins, let's go to fly with Lua, and let's go to macros. OVR settings. So this is basically for Oculus. So let's see what happens when we force 30. That's a little jaggedy. So that's not good. So let's just disable that. I got my sampling on 1.8, but that shouldn't matter. So we're getting 25, 26 frames. And I think that has everything to do with Air Server, unfortunately. It's a bummer. Because I really would like to be able to show you guys Air Server. You know, the map, the moving map and stuff, you know. But that's unfortunate. Alright, nice clear skies today. Not a lot of wind. We got a 5-mile-an-hour headwind, or 5-knot headwind, 5-knot crosswind. So, yeah, actually, I should have mentioned I'm now flying with real weather. Well, I'm using X-plane weather, but I'm trying to make every flight using weather, which I should have done a weather check before, but knowing the skies are clear. But yeah, so I'm trying to make it more realistic. And as I mentioned, I signed up for FatSim. So I'm going to start playing around with that, and going from there. Hey, Captain Bombassa, how you doing? Is the cockpit lettering pretty clear in your headset? Well, I'm using the Oculus CV1, which is about a 4-year-old VR headset. Okay. So to answer your question, it's very clear when you're up like this, okay? Like real life clear, okay? But as you move back, it gets blurry, okay? Like in this right here, it's starting to blur. I mean, still readable, but it's blurry. There are, I mean, this, like I said, this headset's 4 years old. I chose not to upgrade. I chose to wait a generation. I didn't get the Rift S. The Rift S is much better than this. It's got denser or higher resolution. Okay, so sitting here you'll be able to read things a lot better. I chose to skip over that release, and I've actually just pre-ordered a HP Reverb G2, which is basically a 4K headset. Well, it's two 2Ks, so they add them together and they call it 4K. So today's technology, if you were to get into VR today, and I think the HP Reverb G2 is going to be out sometime September, October. They said in the fall. So September, October, maybe November. Hopefully September, October. That is, you know, there's been early YouTube videos of folks, a couple of guys that have gotten pre-release headsets, and they say that the graphics are, I mean, the resolution is just incredible. So, to answer your question, in the Oculus CV1, which is what I'm using, it's a little bit blurry, but if you were to get into it today, you could find options that are much clearer. Now, I hope I clear these mountains. I'm going at 450 feet per minute. I think I'm going to have to hand fly here. Just took autopilot off. Getting a little close to the granite. Autopilot on.
Autopilot on.
Okay. Yeah, so the frames seem to be okay now once we got away from Las Vegas. I think it's because Vegas has a lot of you know, a lot of rendering, a lot of building rendering. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the HP Reverb G2. Reverb, I'm just going to call it the Reverb G2. Why throw the HP in the front? I pre-ordered it yesterday, I think it was. So hopefully I'll get an early one, and once I get it, we'll definitely be doing some content, which will be awesome. All right, let's switch tanks here. Now I'm going to turn on the I like to use the VR mouse. I have a key set up just to turn it on. All right, there you go. Get that off. Oops. All right. Any other questions about VR? Actually, I think we could have probably set altitude 7,000.
Altitude 7,000 feet.
All right, so we're going to want to go down to about 4,000 for our approach into Calavetta, and we're going to actually let me get my radio set up here. So Setcom 118.05.
Com 1 set to 118.005.
Setcom 118.05.
Com 1 set to 118.205.
Setcom 118.05.
Com 1 set to 118.805.
That is not what I said. Setcom 118.05.
Com 1 set to 118.05.
That's what I said. So now
North Las Vegas information Zulu.
that's Las Vegas.
1900 Zulu weather. Wind 330 at 9, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 31, dew point 5. Altimeter 2991. Arriving runway 30 right, departing runway 30 left. Advise on initial contact. You have Zulu.
Thank you. You know what, Jasper? It definitely is Nevada. We just flew out of Las Vegas, and now we're heading to Calverta. So let me set my. I'll answer your question in a second about Microsoft. Setcom 122.8.
Com 1 set to 122.8.
All right, that's Calverta, so we can talk to them. We're going to be entering the pattern on the left for runway 15. Entering the pattern on the left down 115. So, big question of the day: are you getting the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? Everyone and their grandma is going to play it. Well, yes, I'll be buying it. Probably the deluxe edition. I fly pretty much exclusively in VR. So without a VR option, a true VR option, to me it's kind of, I'm not really too excited. Okay. Once VR is available, then yes, I'll get excited. That's one of the reasons why I bought the Reverb G2. But listen, there's been an explosion of content for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, it's ridiculous how much YouTube content is out there. I mean, it's probably like 100 videos a day, so almost overkill. And everyone's going to buy it. They got a big name, they've got a big franchise. I'm looking, it looks pretty amazing. Yes, I'm definitely going to buy it. Am I going to fly it in 2D? No, I just don't fly in 2D. I would rather spend my time flying in VR because it's much, to me, that's what I do. Now, I was watching John Fly's stream yesterday, and apparently there's really great integration with FSEconomy. With Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is that's good to see. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. But I need to talk to Calvetta traffic, Cirrus 328 Tango Delta at 7,000 feet. We're 14 miles east of the field. We'll be entering on the left downwind for runway 15, full stop Calvetta. So the HP said so. Yeah, that's right. So the HP G2, well, it's a little confusing. Okay. what I read was the G2 is the first headset that's going to be supported, along with Microsoft Mixed Reality. Now, I got to verify that, okay? So don't take my word on that. Or maybe it's shortly after. Okay, I got to get my altitude down here. So let's get down to 5,000. All right. Don't take my word on that. So, but everything said when the first announcement came out, they mentioned the Reverb G2. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the amount of content is like, I mean, there's like 17 people that do the same video. I mean, I understand that everybody wants to get ahead of it. Okay. I'll tell you that the content I'm going to be doing with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2000 or whatever it is, Microsoft Flight Simulator, is going to be VR. Okay. So, I want to have the G2, the Reverb G2. I'll have Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'll be going through what it takes to do that with my system, which I hopefully will support it in full res. It might have to run at 70% res or something like that, and that's fine because that's still going to be way better than the Rift, right? But Calvert traffic, Sirius 328 Tango Delta. We are 8 miles east of the field at 6,300, passing through 6,300. We'll be entering the left downwind for runway 15 full stop, Calvert. Wonder if the Microsoft put the other Sims out of business. Nah, I don't think so. X-Plane 11 has a huge following, okay? Like you said, they've got a big commercial business. And I know for a fact, okay, 100% take it to the bank from a super reliable source, that Laminar Research is feverishly working on the next release of X-Plane. I don't know if it's going to be called X-Plane 12. My guess is likely. But I know for a fact that they are working on it. Okay. Yeah, so Calvetta traffic, Diamond Sirius 328 Tango Delta, 5 miles east of field, at passing through 5,400, will be entering the left downwind for runway 15, Calvetta. All right, I'm going to hand fly this, guys, and get us into, so we're going to, let me just set my heading bug to 150. Oh, set heading 150.
Heading 150
That's
degrees.
Just easier. All right, so let's get autopilot off here. So we're going to go like this. We're going to entering on the 45 for the left downwind. Calvetta traffic, Sirius 328 Tango Delta, 2 miles east of the field. We'll be entering on the 45 for the left downwind for runway 15 full stop, Calvetta. We are really moving fast here. Calvetta traffic, 328 Tango Delta, entering the left downwind for runway 15 full stop, Calvetta. All right, tanks are good. Mixture's full. Calvetta traffic, 328 Tango Delta is midfield, runway 15. We'll be making full stop landing runway 15, Calvetta. All right, we got 136, so 120. Let's get our first notch of flaps in. Okay, get ourselves, we're a little erratic here, so let me get myself situated here. Okay, first notch of flaps. Okay, slowing the plane down. At 104, we put the second notch in. Calvetta traffic, 328 Tango Delta, turning left base, runway 15, Calvetta. All right, there's the runway. Calvetta traffic, 328 Tango Delta, turning final, runway 15. Full stop, Calvetta. All right, we're at 107. Let's get our knot. We're going to get those flaps in a little steep here. Let's get her down, trim her out. We should be okay. I've landed here. I actually own this airport in another group, so in my own personal group. We're a little steamy coming in here, a little hot, coming in hot, coming in hot, coming in hot. Not the greatest approach. I should have lengthened out the downwind a little bit. But we got a long runway here, so we're going to let the energy bleed out and fan her up. And there's the back wheels, and there's the front wheel. Brakes. I'm heating up those brakes. All right, good. Okay, we made it. So now we're going to go temporarily park there on the ramp, or I should say on the taxiway. See how that elevation goes up to the right a little bit there? It's kind of weird. And then we're going to take off runway 15, but this time we're heading out to Echo Bay. We'll be departing to the east. Yeah, the frames are much better here. That's good. All right, so that's good to know. So when streaming, if I'm using Air Server, the frames are going to be a little shitty when I'm in a big city. All right, guys, let me get to midfield here, and then we'll unload the passengers, pick up the new, and we'll head out to Echo Bay. So just let that plane bleed out, and I'm going to hit those brakes. Now, I'm going to probably hand fly through the mountains there. Get a little scenic view here. All right, let's get FSEconomy. Actually, let's idle this at 1,000. We shouldn't be idling at 700. All right, there we go. All right, FSEconomy. Let's get to. All right, I just unloaded the passengers. All right, so let me get. I'm gonna. Let me show you the Chrome window here. All right, so I've got let's see. Let's just show you your the log file. So there's our flight. We didn't really make a lot of money on this one. We made $328 for the group. It's okay. We'll get this distance money back when we get back to LAS. All right, so let's get to my flight. Come on. All right. So we're gonna refuel here, and we're gonna throw. We'll just put 45 gallons in there. Okay, we're good. We got 3 passengers departing, and we'll start the flight. And I'll just check it here to make sure our flight is in progress, so we're good to go there. All right, get this Chrome window out of the way. So now we got our long flight to Echo Bay. Now I could go 13,000 and go, get up to 13K and go right across those mountains, or I could hand fly it up into like the spring area there, just above the route, which might be kind of cool. So maybe we'll do that. All right, maybe we'll do that. But we're going to be, we don't have ATIS here. We have Las Vegas ATIS. But we're going to be taking off runway 15 again. And we'll be departing the pattern to the east. All right. Before they do that, let me just catch up with chat. Yeah, I'm using Yeah, Derek's going right. I'm using Plane Command, which is awesome. Plane Command is a great plugin for when you're flying in VR. Hey Bruce, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. I'm far from a flight instructor, dude. I'm not at all. I'm an amateur enthusiast who has no business even being anywhere near being a flight instructor. But appreciate you joining for sure. All right, so we're all ready to go here. We've got the gas on board, we got people on board, and we've got. Let me just. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, so that'll give us our, what do you call it, our miles to go. So, all right, so cab out of traffic, Cirrus 328 Tango Delta is taxiing to 15. Cab out. One thing I don't like about the plane is on pretty much every X-plane, third-party plane, if you tap both brakes, the parking brake goes off. This plane doesn't do that. Now, that's probably because in real life that doesn't happen. Because it's trying to basically be like, you know, a study level model, which I totally get. But you're kind of like used to it, so I always like double tap the brakes to release the parking brake, and it doesn't happen. Check out that livery. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're ready to go. I think we'll just do a little hand flying through the mountains there. Keep an eye on where we are, and then we're going to put our flaps at 50, and we got to set our altimeter. Let's do that. Set altitude to 13,000. That's not going to work.
Altitude
right.
13,000
You
feet.
can't say 2. You can't say the word 2 because it interprets as the number 2. All right, so I'm going to get my vertical speed, and we'll climb this time at 700 feet per minute. We should have enough power to do that. Cab out of traffic. Cirrus 328 Tango Delta is departing runway 15. We'll be departing the pattern to the east. Calvetta. All right, we're good to go. Let's get in the center, though. These steering this plane takes a little bit of getting used to. You're basically tapping the brakes to steer it. I would imagine on a real Cirrus you go through brake pads constantly. All right, make sure our trim is set. There's 75, rotate. Cab out of traffic, 328 Tango Delta, turning left crosswind, 15. We'll be departing the pattern to 13,000 to the east. Last call, Cavetta. All right, so if you see up there, right to our 11 o'clock, it's a little passageway that we can take up into these mountains. So I think that's the way we're going to fly it. Do we have enough sound of the plane? You see, I don't feel like we have enough sound to the plane. Let me get sound. That's a little better. All right, so we're getting good. We're climbing at 1,100 feet. I should probably. Oh, let's get the flaps up. See that? Flaps up at 200. Make sure caps at 500. All right, so we're burning fuel here, trying to get up here quick. because we got to get a lot of elevation to get into these, to get across these mountains. I mean, right there, that peak right there is about 12,000 or 11,000 feet. So right ahead of us at 12 o'clock. So, yeah. So back to the X-plane question. Sorry, back to the X-plane question. They're not going anywhere, and I have it on very, very good authority that they're. I mean, I know for a fact that they're working while they're doing everything they can with 11.50 to implement Vulkan, and it's done amazing things to this simulator. Okay. They're also working on the new release, and that new release apparently is they're working on some amazing stuff. So I don't know specifics, but I know for a fact that they're doing it. And I was told it was okay if I said that. So anyway, I probably could get enough altitude to go right there across the mountain. Let's see, we're still climbing at, I got it full throttle here, and we're climbing at 900 feet per minute. It's probably a little steep. But, you know, I would say that definitely Microsoft Flight Simulator has raised the bar. I mean, certainly from a scenery perspective, it's 100% raised the bar. And probably that's the, to me, it seems to be like the biggest thing that, you know, that it's added to the flight simming world. I mean, everyone says the scenery is just stunning. Now, to me, the proof of in the pudding is going to be seeing that scenery in 3D. I would assume, I'm assuming, or presuming, I should probably say, that it's going to be amazing. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to buy extra maps. You're right, Jasper. But you will probably have to buy third-party airports, because not every airport is modeled, you know, precision modeled. Okay, I think in the deluxe edition you get like 40 airports, or don't quote me. There's a number of airports that are precision modeled, and the rest of them are, I guess, standard modeling. Okay. Yeah, I can get over those mountains right there. I'm at 7,400. So I would say I made the mistake of thinking that you would be able to get into MFS and not have to spend anything else, and that's not going to be true. Okay. There may be an airport that you want in detail that Microsoft hasn't released, that is available from someone like Orbix or something like that, okay, that you might have to buy. Okay. Every airport's modeled, and the ones that aren't precision modeled or detailed modeled still apparently look really, really good. Okay. But make no mistake about it, there's going to be an ecosystem, and there's going to be third-party stuff to add on to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think you're absolutely right, Captain. I think you're absolutely right. Okay. I mean, the difference is X-Plane, their default scenery is god-awful. We know that. Okay. Now, if you've got a link to Ortho 4XP, and you have a hard drive and you have some time, the scenery you're seeing here is all ortho. I did this myself. It didn't cost me anything, except I do have a hard drive that I have all the ortho on. But you don't have to go through that. If you fly in one little area, you make one little patch that's, you know, that's this detailed. Now, the buildings aren't as detailed, but I mean, look at those mountains. They look pretty amazing. Okay. So, yeah, so we're just going to make it over these mountains. I mean, this would never be, like, actually, to be safe, I mean, in real life, I would never do this. There's actually a lower point right there, so I'm going to just go over here. I mean, that looks pretty cool, okay? But again, this is Ortho 4XP. It's not automatic. I had to do it. So the difference is Microsoft has this all built in, okay? Which is a great thing. I'm not saying it's not a great thing, okay? But as Captain said, don't expect to not pay anything for extra stuff. I mean, you're going to get a lot of aircraft if you buy the deluxe edition. You're going to get like 40 aircraft. So probably most people will have every piece of aircraft that they ever want. But I don't think they're going to be study level. So if you're a study level pilot, right, and you want study level aircraft, you're probably going to have to buy an add-on for that, right? So there's going to be an ecosystem around that simulator. Don't kid yourself. Anyway. All right, so I can sneak through right there, get a little cool view of these mountain tops. This is a nice way to go across here. Now I'm pretty far off my GPS line here, but that's okay. We can get back on that. So I'm going to level off here. Actually, the Cirrus has a really cool feature. That little blue button, you press that, and it levels the plane off. Okay. That's really nice. It just levels it off. And now I can just, it's going to hold the altitude, and now I can just, you know, steer the stick. Well, actually, I got autopilot on here, so I'm going to take that off. But it'll level the plane off, let's put it that way. All right, autopilot's off. All right, so now, you see that peak there, I'm not going to even try to tackle that one. I got a nice valley here I can fly through. Get around those mountains right there, and I save myself about 20 minutes of flight by not having to go around all this. And then I can get myself on track to Echo Bay. Freeware mods and plane community will come. Yeah, hopefully there'll be like SDKs where people can develop that stuff themselves. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but if they're smart, they would do that. That's one great thing about X-Plane is they've got, you know, the SDKs for people to develop their own planes and actually tools to model and develop their own planes, which is fantastic. Like the one I'm flying right now. This Torque Sim SR22, I mean, I'm not a pilot in real life, okay? But I've flown thousands of hours in X-Plane. And I can tell you that it's the best plane I've ever flown. And they were able to develop this plane because X-Plane has very, very good very good development tools. So I'm going to get autopilot on here. And now we'll pick up our GPS route. Oh, let me get my nav on. Sorry, nav. All right, so now we're going to pick up the GPS route. We'll be back on track. To Echo Bay. Yeah, Bruce. There are some. I didn't know about verticals. Actually, I think I did hear about vertical simulation. It's much easier than creating your own. Yeah, you should check it out. And it looks like this. I mean, this is. Let's just go outside here. I mean, you're seeing it in 2D. I'm seeing this in 3D. It looks absolutely amazing. Okay. Now, this is the Nevada desert. There's not any buildings and stuff like that. It's all landscape, okay? But all of the shading and all of the rocks and all that stuff looks, you know, great. Now you can see over there's a difference in shading because that one picture was taken, you know, that's overlaid there was taken at a different satellite picture was taken at a different time than this one here. But, you know, that's kind of stuff's going to happen. You're not going to see that in Microsoft, that's for sure. All right, so let's think about this. So Echo Bay, we got to set our. They're on 122 as well. I may be able to get AWAS 118475.
North Las Vegas Information Alpha.
Setcom 1118.475.
330 at 9. Visibility more than 10.
Com 1 set to 118.475.
That's Boulder City.
Boulder City Muni weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 32, 2.5. Altimeter 2993.
All right, so we're going to be on 1228 for Echo Bay. Let's just check our altitude. So we've got, I'm going to go left pattern even though it says right. I'm going to go left pattern into Echo Bay for runway 24. 24 is basically, let me see if I can show you that. Hard to see, but 24, yeah, view runway. View airport. Yeah, so 24, you can see up in the right hand corner. 24 is coming, we'll be flying, we'll be landing from the east, so we'll be coming over the lake, will be kind of cool. All right, so that's the way we're going to go there. And we're going to go left pattern into 24, okay? Oh, altitude, 1,535, so. We're at 10,000 now. And we're doing great. Yeah, I will tell you that when I graduated into ortho, I mean, it's been a couple of years, that made all the difference in flying in VR. All the difference. Have a little coffee there, guys. Well, listen, guys, I really do appreciate you guys checking out the stream today. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, I wanted to give an update on VR aviation. So we got a few minutes here. Let me just bring up VR aviation. Of course, now the Chrome's not working. For some reason, sometimes. Now I can't bring up the Chrome window. Give me a second here, guys. Okay, that works. My notepad works. Understand this. It doesn't. For some reason, it won't bring up the Chrome window. Let me just try something here. If I take this out and make it its own window. Nope. All right, well, I can't show it to you, so unfortunately, I don't know why, but I'll just give you the update very really. So basically, FSEconomy, in FSEconomy we have this group called VR Aviation. Got about 5 or 6, we used to have a lot of members, but it kind of fell off because, frankly, I fell off it, so it's kind of my fault, right? We have a bunch of aircraft, okay? We've got... well, we have our network. We have a network of FBOs in the east, out of Cape May and Roanoke, Virginia. Those are the main hubs. And then we've got spoked 2 lot airports connected all throughout there, and you can see that on our website. There's a link in the description, I think, of the website. to join our FSEconomy group, or just go to FSEconomy and look for VR Aviation, or just email me at mucktherags@gmail.com, and I'll tell you all about it. So anyway, we've got 2 Skyhawks, 2 Cessna 208 Caravans, we've got 2 SR22 G2s, we got an SR20, we got 2 Diamond DA62s, we got Pilatus PC12 in Cape May, we've got a Quest Kodiak, we got a Piper Tri-Pacer and a Piper 28 Warrior. So we got a bunch of planes, and we have a Baron, Beechcraft Baron at Cape May as well. Right now, so we've got a lot of airplanes. Some of them are leased, but a lot of them are owned. We own, I think, 8 aircraft, and they'll rent it out. But when you join the group, you're able to use those for free, and we pay for gas and all that. So check that out if you want more information. The website is, let me just give you the website. It's vraviation.wixsite.com/vraviation, right? vraviation.wixsite, wixsite.com/vraviation. So if you check that out, you'll be able to find out more about the group, deliveries we have, the aircraft we have, and if you join up, you get 60% of the. We pay a 60% pilot fee, so those familiar with FSEconomy know what that means. And yeah, so we got like a good amount of cash. We've got like about $1.5 million in cash. So the group is very stable, and when it needs more cash, I just basically add it in. So keeping the thing going. We've got a couple of pilots that do a lot of flying for the group, but we could certainly use a couple more. So anyway, consider doing that, and we have streams here where we can talk about the group and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's about it. All right. So where are we here? Let's see. All right, 31 miles. So let me just see where we are on the map. So we've got a 5,400 foot peak there. So we could, that's our highest point between where we're going. So we could come down to 8,000, which I think we're going to do. 7,000. So let's go down to 7,000. Oh, set altitude 7,000.
Altitude 7,000 feet.
Speed. We're going to go down 500 feet per minute. Nice easy descent. We should switch over our tank. You're supposed to set a timer. You should set a timer so you can switch over your tanks. I've been running full throttle here, or full burn. I should have adjusted my mixture to like 15. All right. Yeah, so we'll do a little tour of Lake Mead, and then we'll head on back to Las Vegas after we land at Echo Bay here. So we got 27 miles coming down to 7,000. And what did we say? 1535. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to display that Flight Plan Go map, because that was a problem before. They just had an update in their software. Maybe that's helped things out, or maybe it's just the way X-Plane's working now. I don't know. So are you guys on VATSIM? I recently, well, I had signed up for VATSIM a while ago, got my account, but I just never did anything with it. And so I recently Installed VATSIM with X-Plane. Yesterday I was flying through VATSIM. I was, I'm thinking about, I used to use Pilot Edge. Now, Pilot Edge is definitely better, right? I had Pilot Edge, the Los Angeles package. It was $20 a month. And, I mean, it's definitely better. Because, you have people that are, you have ATCs that are getting trained, right? Or sorry, getting paid and trained. And they've been around for a long time. And it was a great experience. I got to my Cat 4, I think. And then I just kind of, like, other stuff happened in my life and I stopped doing it. But in any event, we should probably get down a little sooner here. Aviate, navigate, communicate. So I'm going to try out VATSIM. Now, I fly mostly VFR. But I want to get involved with, like, flying into towered airports and stuff like that. So, controlled airspace. And it would be cool to fly around the New York area. I know they've got, ATCs in the New York area, which is the area that I'm from. So that would be kind of cool. So I'm going to give VATSIM a try. I was sad to see that there's not a model for the SR22. It was called CSL, whatever it is. So you can't see your plane as an SR22 in there, because that's the plane I'm going to be flying in VATSIM. But in any event, I guess it just make it look like a Cessna. I haven't figured out how to actually see other planes in there. So I'm trying to work out all the bugs and get things squared away, if you will. All right, passing through 8,000 at 15 miles. What did we say? Runway 24, right? Left downwind for runway 24. All right, so yeah, so VATSIM. If you guys are using VATSIM, well, actually, Pilot Edge has expanded out into almost half the country, but they're going west to east. I don't know why they picked West Coast. But yeah, I would like East Coast too. If Pilot Edge was East Coast, I would be I'd buy the full package for the annual thing, and it would be awesome. But I like flying in California. That's one of the reasons why this is all ortho. This is all Pilot Edge, Los Angeles area flight. And it's great, and it's a cool area to fly. But let me do my announcement here. Echo Bay traffic. Cirrus 328 Tango Delta passing through 7,100 feet, 13 miles west of the field. We're going to be entering the left downwind for runway 24, full stop, Echo Bay. Yeah, so if Pilot Edge expanded to the East Coast, that would be killer. All right, so we said it was we got to come down to 2,500, right? So we should probably get our altitude down to. Oops. Set altitude 4,000. Okay, let's
altitude 4,000 feet.
Let's get down quick. Yeah, so that would be awesome. Skidmark, what happened, man? What's happening? What happened to the VR aviation reports? To be honest with you, I stopped doing them because there's only 2 people flying. It's me and Coyote, and that's it. And if more people flew, then I would definitely do the reports. But people just died off flying. Now, maybe I missed a report or two, and that's caused that. I hope that wasn't the reason. But I just gave an update before you came on here, so but it's good to see you on the stream. I appreciate you checking it out. We're doing really well. I mean, and we've got a bunch of planes still, and we've expanded the FBOs in the east. But like I said, it's just two of us really doing all of the flying and keeping the thing afloat. So, I mean, I could start doing the reports again on Discord. That's not a problem. And I could start doing the reports, doing a stream, report. Actually, Caveat traffic 328 Tango Delta. We are 6 miles west of the field. We'll be entering on the left downwind for runway 24, full stop, Echo Bay. All right, so I just took off the autopilot here, so we're going to line up for. There's Echo Bay right down there, so we're going to line. Look at the colors of that rock there. But yeah, we need more people flying, dude. Echo Bay 328 Tango Delta, 4 miles west of the field. We'll be entering on the left downwind for runway 24, full stop, Echo. Set heading 240.
Heading 240 degrees.
All right, so we got our heading bug to help us. We want to get down to 2,500. All right, throttle mixture in. We're going to pull back on the throttle to slow the start. Got to slow this plane down. Echo Bay traffic 328 Tango Delta entering the left downwind for runway 24, full stop, Echo. All right, that's good. Slow down. We're 2,700 pattern altitude. There's our runway. We're midfield. This time we'll do a longer base. Go out here over Lake Mead. There's beautiful Lake Mead. You can see there. Now, last time I flew, I think I flew in this area. I showed you Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam has no great shakes in X-plane, so it's not really an amazing thing. First notch of flaps. All right, plane came up a little bit. Didn't pay attention to that. Echo Bay traffic, Cirrus 328 Tango Delta, turning left base for runway 24, full stop, Echo Bay. There's our runway. All right, we can get slower down here. All right, full flaps. Echo Bay traffic, Cirrus 328 Tango Delta, turning final for runway 24, full stop, Echo Bay. All right, we got 500 feet. We got 0 wind, which is nice. .86 knots. We're going to fan her out. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, we're going to, since there's no wind, we're just going to take off of, I think it's 1.5. We'll check it out. Echo Bay traffic, Cirrus 328 Tango Delta is clear. Runway 24. Taxiing to departure. Echo Bay. Alright, so let's just hang here for a second. I think this is 1.5, but let's just make sure of that. Airports, Echo Bay. Oh, 6er. Alright, 06. Okay. Echo Bay traffic. Oh, actually, you know what? We got to do our FSEconomy. So let's. I almost forgot that step. That would have sucked. Get 1,000 RPM. Get our parking brake on. Maybe some people have spawned here. Let's see. So we're going to. It's the second time. I know I'm changing subjects. Second time I lost the ability. Oh. What the hell? The brake. Look at the brake. It's slipping. That's weird. The plane's moving. Oh, I know why. Maybe because it's... It shouldn't move if the brake is on, right? Let's get the... Why won't it let me finish the flight? It won't let me finish the flight in FSEconomy. It's weird. That's weird. Hold on. On that 09. 0 Lima 9. Maybe I need to be in a different position or something. I'm just gonna get over. I'm gonna get on the runway. There's nobody here, so no one's gonna. Our parking brake is on, so we should be able to end FSEconomy. Let's hope that works. Otherwise, come on. Set parking brake. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Why won't it let me finish the flight? Okay. That's weird. Just gonna move up here a little bit. I don't... Maybe it doesn't think we're at the right place. I don't know. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
There we go. Whew. All right, so we'll just use. We've got to use, what do you call it? All right, so we're just going to be taking. We got a packet, a cargo of 207 kilos. So we're just going to refill to 40 gallons. Should be fine. That should be plenty of fuel to get us to, it's 36 miles, so it's not very far. All right, so we're heading to, back to McCarran, Las Vegas. And we're going to be flying at 5,000 feet. and we'll be approaching 2.6 left at McCarran. Okay. So, how's the iRacing career going? Well, let me get this in the air and I'll explain what's going on with that. All right, so we got, let's release the parking brake. Flaps to 50%, and we're on our way. Set altitude 5,000.
Altitude 5,000 feet.
Come on. All right, there we go. Echo Bay traffic, 328 Tango Delta will be departing the pattern to the east. Last call, Echo Bay. All right, flaps up. So iRacing, I decided not to renew iRacing, and the reason is because while racing in 2D is cool, I really want to race in 3D, and when I race in iRacing in 3D, I get motion sickness. So that's one reason. The other reason is you have to use your real name in iRacing for whatever reason. Okay, I don't want to use my real name because I just don't want to. I think I don't agree with that rule at all. So, but that's not the real reason. The real reason is motion sickness. I need to find out. Are you asking how you should do it, or are you telling me I need to set them up? If you want to do it, go to Plane Command. I think it's planecommand.com. It's a great package. It works wonderfully. And they actually have different profiles for different planes that have, that they've developed. Guy there, his name is Lee. He's developed, so I'm not sure what plane you fly, but they may have a specific one. But it works in all the standard stuff works in every plane. Altitude adjustment, radio adjustment, all that stuff. But I think you could develop one, let's say for this plane, to turn all those switches off, or turn them off and on if you really wanted to, which would be kind of cool. But I like to do as much as I can with a controller, because that's just fun. But it certainly helps with the radios, because in VR, turning those comm dials is very tricky, and to dial it right in, it's really kind of tricky. So, anyway. Yeah, Plane Command. It is awesome. It's an absolutely necessary tool for VR. And like I said, it's like having someone in the right seat. They're basically working the dials for you. That's the way I look at it, Yeah, so zero sickness for me. Yeah, Dirt 4, I've heard a lot of people have problems with that. Now, I didn't have a problem with Project Cars. Project Cars 1. I never bought Project Cars 2. Because the problem with Project Cars is with Oculus, it was kind of blurry. So now I may invest in Project Cars 3. Hey Michelle, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Because I'm going to be getting the Reverb, So anyway, just taking a little cruise around Lake Mead here. Yeah, the SciTech gauges and pointer webcam. Oh, that's cool, yeah. Oh, you're bringing it to Move. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. You want X-Plane VR? Yeah, it's awesome, man. Do you have a VR headset? I guess you're looking at getting one, or you want to get one? It's so incredible. I mean, I could bring the chart. Yeah, let me just see here. I could go to Move VR. Once I get, let me get my autopilot going here. Vertical speed will go up. Oops, shit. Let's do autopilot on. All right, so we'll go capture this. I can go to Move VR. Oops. Move VR. And I should be able to bring in, let's see, where is it? FSEconomy Air Server. Let's do best quality. There it is. It's kind of small, but that's my chart. I could put the chart right there. That's kind of cool. I could put that right there. Look at that. Isn't that neat? But no, I won't do that. I'll put it here. So let's get, in fact, let me zoom out of here so you guys can see. What's my favorite airline? In real life, I really don't have a favorite airline. I don't really fly the big planes. I fly all the mostly the GA. Well, pretty much the GA planes. So actually, it'd be kind of cool to put this right here like this. Because I really don't need those gauges down there unless it's an emergency, because I got everything right there. So that way I've got air server right there, and I can see exactly where we are. Cool. And we're getting pretty good frames. So let's see, we're getting definitely pushing above 30, which is good. So Ryanair because of the landings. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we got a little bit to get back to the GPS. But let's take a look at Lake Mead out of the left wing there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's nice, smooth flight, isn't it? That's definitely going to be one of the things I'm going to be looking for in Microsoft Flight Simulator when they have VR, to match this smoothness of flight. Now, this smoothness of flight that you're seeing here took me 3 or 4 years to get to the point where I have this now with X-Plane. X-Plane 11.50 beta 17 or 16 is, I should say 15 is when it really started getting good. But 17, you could see, look how smooth that is. Real life smooth. Maybe a few hitches here and there, but real life smooth. And that's all about the Vulkan platform. So now Microsoft Flight Simulator is on DirectX 12, I guess. So we shall see. You know, to me, smoothness of flight is probably the most immersive feature that you need to have. You know, you got the Oculus for iRacing after you. Yeah, I purchased Oculus mainly the reason I purchased the Rift, I'm trying to think back, because it was 4 years ago, and I still have the Rift. I just bought I just pre-ordered a Reverb G2. I don't, you weren't on here when I was talking about that, but I think I actually had a what was it called? The one that was made by Razer. Can't remember the name of it, and that sucked. And then I bought an Oculus Rift, a CB1, and that was mainly I wanted it for racing, you know, for Project Cars. That's the main thing I wanted to do. And then I heard about Fly Inside for FSX, and then Fly Inside for X-Plane, and that's kind of what got me into X-Plane. Yes, I have X-Plane 11 for PC. Anything on VR in X-Plane 11 is going to be on the PC. Yeah, Codemaster. Oh, F1 Racing. Oh, yeah. That is disappointing. I would definitely buy F1 2020 if it was VR. No, there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I may do another flight here, guys. We're going to assume that we have clearance from the tower at McCarran into runway 26 left. Let me switch my tanks here. I'm going to show you something, how tricky this is. To try to switch the tanks with the controller is really hard. Oh, actually, that was pretty good. Usually it was very, very... Last time it was really, really funky, so that's a good sign. Okay, take care, Michelle. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hit the follow, hit the like button, and subscribe if you can before you go. Yeah, so we're going to land in McCarran here. Let's check our altitude at McCarran. So McCarran, we're at 2181. So we're at 5,000 now. We can actually get down to 4,000. Set altitude 4,000.
Altitude 4,000
Vertical
feet.
airspeed minus 500. No, that's not what I want. Ooh, crap.
Confirm mixture 1/4.
That's not what I want. I didn't want to put the mixture at 1/4. Let's just do vertical speed, and we're going to go down 600 feet per minute. Isn't that pretty up there? That's nice. I love flying around here. It's gorgeous. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I originally got into VR because of Project Cars. That was the thing that got me interested in VR. And then it went from there. Like I found out, like I said, I found out about Fly Inside for X-Plane. So I got into X-Plane, I got into Fly Inside. I never really got, like, I've been in flight simulation for, you know, I was used to do it years and years and years ago. You know, in the old crappy systems that were like, you know, basically CRT green wire systems. But I never got into FSX. Because it was 2D, and I did it once in a while, but I'm not serious. But VR and X-Plane together were and actually I should say Aerofly FS2. That was the first one I flew in VR. I found out about Aerofly FS2, started flying that in VR, and then I found out about X-Plane, and that's how I really got immersed in it. Look at that down there; it's beautiful. All right, so we're heading down to 4,000. We said we got 1,000, 2,100, right? 2,100. And we're going to be landing 22 airports. Nearby, let's say nearby airport is KLAS. Airport, we're 25 right. 25, yeah, 25 right. Actually, we'll go 26 left. We'll go 25. 25, right? Yes, 25. 20. Why does it say 26 there? And it says 25 there. Are you serious? That says 25 left. Go to the map. That says 26 left. Are you serious? That's really strange, isn't it? Strange. What does this say? This says 26 left. So basically, that airport diagram is incorrect. All right, let's aviate. Okay, there we go. Clearance into 26 left. Let's take a look out there. Okay, we got to get over here. 26 left. Yeah, so racing is definitely the reason why I first got into VR. So what I'm hoping is that, well, I guess everything with VR is a hope, right? So the Reverb G2 coming out, right? I got a 1080 Ti, so I may not be able to run it at full resolution. But I'm hoping that Project Cars 3 will look amazing, and that's coming out soon. So I may get back into racing in Project Cars 3. Now the thing I like about iRacing, okay, let me get this land here. So all right, so we just got a first notch of flaps there. We're a little overspeeding it. 104, we can get down to second notch of flaps. We've got plenty of runway, so we can take our time letting the energy bleed out of the plane. There's 103. All right, we're down to 100. We're reducing speed. We got everything good to go here. Right on target. We got the trim nicely done here. 4-mile headwind, or I should say, yeah, headwind. So that's good, keeping the plane up. And a little crosswind, 2 miles an hour, nothing major. So, or 2 knots, I should say, not miles an hour. All right, there we go. Center line. Throttle down. Wheels, back wheels down. Front wheel down. And let's just let the energy bleed out so we don't kill the brakes. I'm using, it's Flight Plan Go. You can just Google it, Flight Plan Go. It's a free app for the iPad. They have a website where you can enter in flight plans. It's actually owned by Garmin. You know, I would say it's a competitor to ForeFlight. It's nowhere near the capability of ForeFlight. You know, if you pay $100 or whatever it is for the low end, even the low end, it's, you know, but it's good enough and it's free. You know, let's get off the runway here. Clean up the flaps. Yeah, it's Flight Plan Go. As I said before, I did have a ForeFlight membership for about a year, and ForeFlight is really, 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 really good. But this is good enough for VFR for sure. All right, let's get off this runway. See if there's another flight that we can fly out of Las Vegas. We may just fly it one way, because I'm renting this plane here, so because I don't own a plane at Las Vegas. We'll just cross the line here. We'll just park it right here. All right. Get this. Oh, shit. That out of the way. Set parking brake. All right. That makes it easy.
Parking brake set.
And yeah, you can see the frame rates went down because of Las Vegas is right there. So let's do FSEconomy. All right, finish flight. We're not going to make a ton of money from these trips. Let's just, I'm going to get, I can't show you, unfortunately. It's not working, but the logs here for VR Aviation. We made 300, 239, about 600. Made about $800 for the group. Not you're not going to make a lot of money for the group with this plane. You know, you're just not. Now I could make a quick flight to another. Let's see. Let me just see here. That's pretty far. I'm not going to go 300 miles. You know what? I think I'm going to have to call it a stream, guys. I'm just looking at the time here. It's 11:47. I've got something to do at noon, so unfortunately, I think that's going to be it. So let's that beautiful plane. But that was a fun flight. Listen, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I really do. Please, if you like what you saw, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Going to have more content with X-Plane 11 in VR, with this plane, other planes. As I mentioned before, I will definitely be getting into my Microsoft Flight Simulator, but more when VR is available, because, you know, I don't enjoy flying in 2D. It just I would try it out, and it would just sit there for, you know, 3 or 4 months until VR supported, you know. That would be awesome, man. I'd appreciate it. Whatever we can do to start building up the group, that would be awesome. And if we get more people flying for your VR Aviation, you know, I'll definitely do the updates and stuff, you know. But yeah, so let's take it from there. But listen, yeah, Bruce, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend too. I may be on, well, probably won't be on tomorrow, because tomorrow's my wedding anniversary. So. But I've got some time off next week, so I may be streaming during the week next week. So look for that. But anyway, guys, I really do appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for the great comments and the conversation, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, guys.